Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today, we've got the entire crew on the show. Scott, Ricky, and Pam join me, and we have a fun show as we do an exercise tied in with the Masters happening down at Augusta National this weekend, where we come up with our own champions dinner around Walt Disney World. We each pick 3 appetizers, a first course, a main course, and a dessert from Walt Disney World restaurants. Well, except for Ricky, she cheats one time. But we come up with the ultimate menu that we would serve you, our listeners, the champions of the Be Our Guest podcast. And hear what we would do, because it has to have our flavor, each one of us. What are our favorite things from different restaurants around property? What would we serve you if we had a champions dinner from Walt Disney World restaurants? It's a fun tradition. It's fun, and hope you enjoy it for a walk around property. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You are the all-stars of our show. You make the show happen. You can also support us for just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2673 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman, for BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for a great weekend. I'm super excited for today's show because we have the entire crew here. Scott back from Alani, Pam, and Ricky joining me. It's great. It's like the Brady Bunch here on the video. We got the 4-box. I love when we have the 4-box. Makes me excited because that means we're all here and going to be able to talk Disney, and nothing makes me happier. So hopefully you're getting ready for a great weekend. It is a great weekend for our friends who love golf because it is Masters weekend down in Augusta National, down in Georgia. I know we have lots of friends over in the clubhouse who will be hanging out in the Sports Center channel talking about the ups and downs of all the great putts, chips, and drives. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. I'm a casual golf fan. I'm not really, I don't follow it, but I like watching the enthusiasm, and I do enjoy watching the coverage of the Masters just for the beauty, the sounds, and the pageantry of the event. So I'll be hanging out with you guys this weekend. And today's show, a little Masters adjacent. We're going to have a good time today, but if you're a Disney fan and you're a foodie, we're going to have fun. So be right here with us, and you can do this. What we're going to do this exercise with your family this weekend. I promise you'll enjoy this one as you're sitting down for your Texas Roadhouse rolls this weekend. So be ready. All right. Joining me today, the entire crew. Let's get this thing rolling. Scotty G from Must See Adventures. New shows dropping like hot rolls on your table at Texas Roadhouse, as I just mentioned. Scott, what's up? Happy Friday. What's going on?
Happy Friday. Happy Masters weekend. As a golfer, this is one of my favorite sporting weeks of the year. You got the national championship that was on Monday for the men's NCAA tournament. And then that rolls into the practice rounds for the Masters, then the tournament itself. Normally this is when I started getting into golf personally because the weather's been crap, but I'm going to play on Sunday and I'm going to miss a little bit of the Masters, but that's the dedication I have. I gotta get around in. So, but happy Masters week.
All right. Tradition like no other. All right, Pam Forrest, or Ricky. This 4-box has me all messed up. We're all in different places. Ricky's joining us from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less, which I had to use because that's where all the menus are.
I know, right?
Came in super handy. I spent like 45 minutes on it this afternoon. What's up, Ricky?
Yeah, it's same. I'm like, I'm going to check out the menus on the Mouse for Less because that's where I'm going to get my ideas from. So, yeah.
I did not look at any menus.
Look at you. I feel like that's bragging. I didn't have to look at any menus. Okay. So this weekend, obviously it's kind of, busy weekend leading up to Easter. So we're going to do some Eastery stuff, I feel like. And then Actually, here in Atlanta, I'm gonna try to go. I hope that it works out in our schedule. But there is actually an Epic Universe preview in Atlanta this weekend, and downtown. So I'm gonna try to visit the preview to kind of see what it's like. Even though, yes, I've already been to Epic, but I still want to kind of go see the preview and see how they are hyping up the new theme park at Universal. So I'm gonna see if I can get it into the schedule. I'm gonna really try. So I think that's on the docket for this weekend here. So.
Wait, is Easter? Easter's not this weekend, right?
No, Easter's next weekend.
Okay,
but
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay, I was like, wait a second. I took the can't use it.
No. We're doing some stuff with church for Easter.
That's okay.
Like
good.
Some crafts
Okay, it's Palm. So this Sunday's Palm Sunday. Okay,
Palm Sunday is the Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay,
you're fine.
I was like, we haven't even ordered the honey baked ham. Like we got that.
No,
okay,
you're good. You're good.
Because we hope
next Sunday is Easter.
Because I mean, I've lost all like sense of time. I mean, like prom already happened for Mallory. That was super way early. Like I'm just like time is messed up right now. And then you're like Easter. I'm like, holy cow. But I get it because Brian's got his duties. Okay, cool. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got a cold sweat for like 2 seconds. And I mean, you're not in Georgia. I mean, that's where the Masters is. You're not too far.
It is where the Masters is. I could care less. So
that's how you are. I like how you roll. All right, Pam, we love your positive spirit there. All right, Pam Forrester, Coner of the Magic for Less Travel. What's up, Pam? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I know, right? My, everything, I feel like I never know what day of the week it is. I was looking at my calendar for May, kept thinking, oh my gosh, do I have that coming up? And I'm wait, that's May. It's not April, it's May. So I don't know what has been going on. The calendar rules the world. And now lately I'm like, yeah, let's put that on a calendar. Because if I don't put it on the calendar, it doesn't happen. So anyways, yes.
Sounds super. We just had that conversation with Paige. Start putting things on a calendar with alerts that tell you a few days ahead of time that this is due.
Exactly.
You can get a whole basketball team around the world. You can get them to Spain. You can get them to every basketball game all around the country, but you forget these kind of things. So we're having that discussion.
The calendar does help. It does. It is 100%.
All right. So today, here's what we're doing. Now, in honor of the Masters, we had this conversation over in the clubhouse, over in the Discord. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago when there's a tradition, and I'm going to let Scott kind of give us the background on this because he's more of the golf fan than I am. But it was announced about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's a cool tradition down at Augusta National where they host the Masters. So Scott, let us know about Scotty Scheffler and the Masters Club dinner.
Yeah, so a tradition like Augusta National is just full of traditions, right? And one of my favorite traditions is that the former champion, so the reigning champion, gets to host a dinner with other previous champions, and they call it like the club dinner, the champions dinner. So any former champions that are still alive, they all come to Augusta National and they have this great meal, but the former champion gets to select the menu basically. So they can choose whatever they want, right? It's wide open for what they want to choose. And some years you see some really like sophisticated menu items, and some years you see cheeseburgers. I mean, it just has this like crazy range. And I think, Mike, you were really attracted to Scotty Scheffler, who's our defending champion, his menu, because it really hit home to you, some of the items that he had on there.
Yeah, when I saw this, we were discussing this in the over in the Discord, a few weeks back. I'm like, because I don't know the golfers really well, but I'm just like, is this not the guy that got arrested down in Memphis, like going to a golf, like he was trying to get through, like in the police
in Louisville?
Yeah, Louisville. Yeah. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, this guy spent a night in jail. Like he was in the joint. Like, and then
he was in the joint for like 3 hours. Then they released him, and then he shot like a 65 that day, something crazy like that.
I'm like, respect to this guy. He was like in the jumpsuit and like went out and won the golf tournament.
He's from Texas, so you can see he's got some Texas size type of meals on here. What's funny, his first Masters that he won, so he changed the soup that he does. So he's doing like a chili this year, but a couple years ago he did this tortilla soup where dudes were just like sweating to death. Like it was like the warmest thing. Like some of those old timers like had to spit it out. It was like too hot for them, which is kind of hilarious. But you look at his menu, he's got like jalapeno like stuff on here. So like I like hopefully those guys came prepared this year.
So we're gonna lead this off, and I'm gonna read this just so you kind of know. Like this is our template for what we're doing today. So this is his Masters Club dinner for this year, for 2025. That is April 5th or April 8th is when this is served. So he's got 3 appetizers. He's going to do cheeseburger sliders, firecracker shrimp, and Papa Chef's meatball and ravioli bites. So you can kind of get an idea of where he's going, Scotty Scheffler here. All 3 of those things I would consider kind of blue collar food. Like I'm in. Dude, nothing there is too fancy for Mike Rallman. I mean, you could probably get all 3 of those things, right there. You don't have to, that's not super fancy. I like this. So for his first course, like Scott said, Texas style chili with cheddar cheese, jalapenos, and corn chips. Sign me up. I mean, let's go. And his main course is going to be wood-fired cowboy ribeye or blackened redfish, family-style macaroni and cheese, jalapeno, creamed corn, soy-glazed Brussels sprouts, chipotle limed roasted sweet potatoes. So that's main course. And then his dessert was kind of the talk of the town. People are saying, why is this not an option at more restaurants? His dessert's a warm chocolate chip skillet cookie with vanilla bean ice cream. I mean, that's it. That's his menu. I mean, to me, dude, I'm ready to go get some sticks and try to get me a green jacket.
You're ready to get good at golf.
Exactly. Give me a green jacket so I can be there next time Scotty Scheffler wins and I can, be in the room. I mean, this is perfect. So what we thought we would do is if we were the champion and hosting a champions dinner for our listeners, and all of our listeners had green jackets, and we had a room down at Walt Disney World, and you guys were all invited, and we got to set the menu. We had to get 3 appetizers, a first course, an entree, and a dessert from Walt Disney World restaurants only. What would we serve you? So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to let Ricky go first because she looks like she's working hard there. I saw her looking down at her phone. So Ricky, give us your apps, your first course, your main course, and your dessert. What's your Ricky's champions dinner? What do you got?
You want me to go all through?
Yeah, let's just go all the way through. Yeah, let's see.
All right. So first things first.
I have a question, Mike. If she uses one of mine, can I still do my menu?
Yeah, because I just want to I want to hear our menus.
So it's not a draft.
It's not a draft. No, I think this is kind of just be fun to hear what our menus are. Yeah.
It's your menu. So you're good. Because I think we're probably going to overlap on a couple. So I'm just saying.
Maybe not.
So maybe not. Yeah. So first things first, I am going to go with the tots that you can find, or I guess you should say potato barrels that you can get at Woody's Lunchbox and Toy Story Land. They're so good. They've got chili, they've got cheese, they've got sour cream. They're a delightful starter. So I think that's going to be my first one. Next up, I think we're going to go with the classic staple of the cheeseburger egg roll, which can be found in the Frontierland at the little cart that you can get. Got to get the dipping sauce with it. It's so good. And if you haven't had that cheeseburger egg roll, chef's kiss. It's delicious. So yummy. I absolutely adore the cheeseburger egg roll. So again, another really solid choice here, I feel like. Next, we are going over to Baseline Tap House, and I am getting the pretzel with the beer cheese because, hello, who doesn't love a pretzel? Warm, soft, salty pretzel with delicious, salty beer cheese. It's just, again, an incredible option for an appetizer, I feel like. And Brian and I would just literally eat this and have it be a day. I mean, perfectly, to be perfectly
nobody
honest.
Right now, people wouldn't have room left for the first course or the
I know. I didn't say that there would be a lot of room. This is like, there's not a lot of room here. You will be full.
And I picture this as like hors d'oeuvres, so they're like smaller portions.
There you go. Yeah.
So where are we hosting this? Where are we hosting this this event? We need like a room, where could we, like a ballroom at the Contemporary, maybe? I guess maybe.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah. Let's be fancy. Let's go. I mean, I feel like you got to go grand flow. Because we're fancy here.
Everybody's got. Well, it's the purple jackets. I mean, it's a green jacket. So it's Walt Disney World. Okay, go ahead.
I like it.
So the 3 of those. Dude, I'm so hungry. God, we should not do this at dinner. Okay, so what about your first course?
Okay, for first course, I am going with, and I feel like I'm cheating here, but not by much. I'm going with the tomato soup from Pello. The reason why I chose
that
this
is cheating. That is cheating.
I know. I'm sorry, but that is the best tomato soup I've ever had in my entire life. Too often, tomato soup is like kind of acidic, And this was like a sweet tomato soup. They used, I think, a little bit of olive oil in with it. And I've started kind of like messing with my tomato soup that I get at the places to try to make it a little bit more like the tomato soup from Palo. It doesn't match. The tomato soup from Palo is hands down like my favorite tomato soup I've ever had. So I had to put it on my list. I know I'm kind of cheating, but it had to be on my list as a first course type situation here. Like, had to.
So
I didn't realize we could leave Walt Disney World.
I'm not.
I didn't either.
I mean,
I didn't know we were cheating either. I was
cheating.
playing by the rules.
I'm cheating. If I have to go with the tomato soup, then I'll go with the one that's at Trattoria Al Forno. So we'll just
okay.
We can go with tomato soup if
we're
it's
throwing
not.
We're throwing you in the joint for a night like Scotty Scheffler. We're gonna put you in the jumpsuit.
That works. That works. I would prefer the one from Palo though. And then for my main course, I mean, look, you got to go with steak, and I'm gonna go with steak from Yachtsman. I feel like you pick out the biggest steak you possibly can, you grill that sucker up, and have just a delightful meal there. So that's gonna be my dinner entree, and then for dessert, you thought I'd go with something. I mean, that cookie thing sounds phenomenal.
Oh,
and
man, I could kill for one of those right now.
Right.
Especially because warm cookies with that vanilla
Absolutely.
bean ice cream. Oh.
There's a restaurant here that has that. It's something very similar. And I really wish that we were going there for dinner tonight. But I'm going to go with my classic. I'm going to go with the No Way Jose. Such a delightful, delicious ice cream sundae with the chocolate, with the peanut butter, with the chocolate and vanilla ice cream. And the chocolate chips and the peanut butter chips and the whipped cream. I gotta go with my No Way Jose. That's gonna be perfect.
I like your menu. Your menu is a good menu. I will say, oh my gosh, that's such a good menu. Oh yeah.
You shouldn't have let me go first.
No,
See, now I've set the bar.
Well, you did set the bar, but I mean, I have faith in all of us. I think we're all gonna have good ones. But this is, oh man, that is solid.
Yeah. Okay. That's
all right, Pam Forrester. What do you got? Let's go with your 3 apps. Let's lay down some apps as we're having hors d'oeuvre hour as people come in.
I have to say, this was a challenge, I will say. And for me, the challenge is more the apps than anything else. Because there's a number of different things and a number of different restaurants that I think I go there for the app. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. So anyways, first of all, my first one is going to be from the lovely Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. And
careful.
it's something that we go there to get. Steve and I go there to get this for our meal. Like, we go there, we get a drink, we get this. And it's the Jasper board. And the reason why I love this is it's a whole bunch of different Southern charcuterie, basically, right? It's shaved honey ham, smoked sausage, country ham, pimento cheese, tomato bacon jam, barbecue or bread and butter pickles, candied pecans, and then it has like some crostini and crackers and stuff like that, right? I mean, everything on there sounds good, right? And the pecans or pecans, whichever way you say it,
pecans
are so good there. Like they have sort of a crispy coating on them. You know how sometimes when you get like a covered pecan that it's sort of soft.
Are they candied? Like they have the sugar?
Yes, they're sort of, they really crunch, right? And then the pecans are so like roasted. It's just everything about it is just fantastic. So I could have put about 25 million things from a Homecoming on there, but my rule I made, my self-imposed rule was
I only did one thing for
one per restaurant. Yep. So anyways, yes, that's that. So the next thing I'm going for this appetizer is actually Haleo, which is over at Disney Springs. If you haven't been there, it is by Chef Jose Andres. It is a fantastic restaurant, so different than anything else you're going to find at Walt Disney World in so many different ways. I think this is definitely worth a try for people, and I think it gets overlooked sometimes. So if you haven't been, go ahead and check that out. But they have the best of this dish that I've had anywhere, and it is the pan con tomate, which is basically just tomato on bread, and it's brushed with like an olive oil or something like that. It is so simple, and so fantastically good that literally when I'm thinking about things that I want to be able to duplicate, it's this. And I have not been able to. Just everything about it is fantastic. Bread, yes, check. Tomatoes, yes, check. The olive oil or whatever they're putting on the bread, fantastic. And I know it sounds just so simple, but it is so good and worth checking out.
Oh.
So.
All right, you got
Right?
2. So give us one more app. So far, you haven't left Disney Springs. You're like you're right over
I
there.
know. So my last app I'm going to is Yachtsman, and again, I'm going for the rolls. It's the onion rolls and the sourdough rolls. Like it's so good. And I know I've talked about this recently because I said now if you go to Cruise Cup, you can actually order this dish. It's available. And it's worth ordering. They're just, the onion pull apart rolls are like the stuff that dreams are made of, right, Scotty? I mean, they are.
Yeah, I mean it's on my list, but so I might substitute it for something else now. But it's on my page.
And you're very close
so
to mine too. You guys are dangerously close to my list too.
I know. It just is really good. Okay, so next up is my first course.
Yes.
And for this, I wanted like a salad of some sort or a soup. And I landed on, there is what they call a seasonal salad at Citrico's. But it's been there since the restaurant has been reimagined. And I've been there in all different kinds of seasons. And it is this salad that has what they're calling compressed strawberries. Okay. Chamomile infused goat cheese. Then it's like this frisee salad and a bacon vinaigrette. But it is one of the best salads, I think, at Walt Disney World. It is so good. Whatever, I don't know quite what they're doing to compress the strawberries, but whatever it is, it's like takes all their little flavor and mushes it together and is so good. The goat cheese is fantastic with this. It's sort of whipped and it's easy to sort of like drag your fork loaded with lettuce and strawberries through it. And you get a little bit of a bacon. And I know it almost sounds like a weird combination, but it's sort of a sweet and salty mix. It's great. It's a good salad. Mike, I think you would like it.
Hey,
so.
I love strawberries. I mean, especially like this time of year, like in the spring. Oh, strawberries so good. Yeah.
I know.
Also,
and now I'm
also
going to
was on my menu too. So
Yeah, what's
another
it
menu
serious?
change.
you two have a lot in common when it comes
Yeah,
to like
we
dining.
do.
I knew this was gonna be dangerous.
We've had this together. We've been at Citrico's together.
Exactly.
And
We've had that salad together.
And we were all like, "Oh, the salad's so good."
That's what I was
So
wondering.
goaty.
That's what I was
It's
wondering.
so
Go forward.
goaty. Yes, that's right. Oh my gosh, too funny. All right, so for my main course, I'm going to Flying Fish, and just because this is something that I get, there are other things I've had there that I love, but this I like so much that this is almost always what I get, and it is the potato wrap snapper. This was a holdover that they've had for many years, and even after it went through the menu change and everything with the reimagining of this restaurant a few years ago, they still kept this on. And basically, it is just like you slice potatoes super thin, wrap them around this snapper, and sometimes the fish that they're wrapping changes, but then you cook it in a way that sort of makes those potatoes taste like a chip. And you put them over this bed of leeks, which is just an onion sort of, and you put this like red wine reduction on it. It just makes for a fantastic meal. The fish is done well. The potatoes fantastic. That sauce, forget about it. It's great. And leeks, this is something that I have been able to duplicate at home. So leeks are a very good thing, and we have this often. In fact, we have it on the menu, I think, this week. So anyways.
Sweet.
And by the way, I apologize to anybody that's listening to the show on a run today.
I know,
This is
I
the
know.
worst.
I know,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
So bad. And then finally, my dessert, which I don't know, Scott, you might have this one too. It is over at Narcoossee's where
Uh-oh.
I am getting the almond crusted cheesecake.
So basically, you guys had the same menu. Cool.
I actually had it on my list, but I changed desserts because I
Okay.
figured someone was gonna have this because it's such a classic.
So good. There is just something about, and I'm not really even a cheesecake, like a big cheesecake person. Like I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's cheesecake. I could take it or leave it. No, The almond, I swear the almonds just aren't on the crust. I think that there's an almond flavoring in the cheesecake. And then the cherries that they put, the cherry sauce that they put with this, yeah, it's not your canned cherry sauce. Like if that's what you're thinking of, it's not that. No, these are fantastic. This is a fantastic cherry sauce. And it is just so, so good. When I'm craving like, a dessert, I think about this often. Although I will say, since I've been to the cake bake shop, I really do like those cakes, so they're worth it too. But yeah, the almond crusted cheesecake at Narcoossee's is good.
I was so nervous though, Pam, when they did the menu change like a couple years ago, that that was either going away or was going to be like really different. But it's still really great.
It is. It's fantastic. It is one of their staples. I hope they never take it away because it's just so good.
I like it. Class it up a little bit there, no, because mine is more of the Scotty Shuffler, like, but you know, from Missouri, like he's Texas, I'm Missouri, so mine, you got to get where I'm coming from. Okay, so here's mine. All right, so just because mine's a taste of Mike Rallman, right? You're coming to my thing. I want you to get what I like. Yeah. You kind of know a lot of this is what's coming.
That's the whole point of this thing.
It is, and I mean, this is all food that everybody I think would enjoy. So,
did you ask Pam where her host where she was hosting it though?
Oh, I thought we were all hosting at the Contemporary. Where would you host? I mean, where were we hosting? Where would you host if you had a
if you had a big location? So I will say we just did an event with our team at the Attic over at the Boardwalk, and it was a fantastic event space, right? If you haven't ever been, it sort of sits above the dueling piano bar there over at the Boardwalk, and it was really, we just had such a good time. I would do that again. And the capper for that is at night you can catch Luminous over there. So that was a cool.
I didn't even know that was there. Nice.
I know, right?
Little hidden places.
Very cool.
Look at that. Okay, and a place called the Attic. That's gonna be like +1. I mean,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like attics. Okay, so here's mine. Can leave Scott because Scott will fancy it up to close out the show. See, I know how to do this.
Maybe not.
I know how you roll. Whatever, dude. You're always the Citricos and Narcoossee's and stuff like that. My place. Okay, so my 3 appetizers. My first one, I'm going to Homecoming too, but because I could eat 18 of these. The Church Lady deviled eggs was coming out first.
They're very good.
Easter's coming up. That is the holiday where my sister-in-law makes deviled eggs. Shout out Sandy. I destroy.
It's a Masters themed kind of food.
Oh my god!
For the season.
Yes,
right.
Pimento cheese. I destroy pimento cheese. Like
pimento cheese.
Chick-fil-A took that sandwich off the menu. They bring it out seasonally. The one with the pimento cheese and the jalapenos and it has honey pimento cheese.
Yes.
I still get my sandwich and I have a little craft jar in my fridge and a honey, like the little bear that has honey in it. And I have to hand make mine every Saturday now because sticky like a mess because they don't make a sandwich anymore. That's a little side. So I have the Church Lady deviled eggs as one of my appetizers from Homecoming. A second one. Now you guys got close there. I'm going over to Ale and Compass and they're actually called the Parker House Rolls and Spreads.
They're very good.
Oh,
that's good.
Those rolls at Ale and Compass they're like shiny.
And all the spreads.
Yes.
You get 3 different kinds.
Yep, because I pulled it up. They're bacon jam, pub cheese, and citrus butter. I'm looking at them right now, and I'm telling you it's hard to do a podcast because I'm almost drooling. So good. I mean,
and it's hard to pick a favorite.
They glimmer. Those rolls are glimmering in the picture. Whoever took that picture, shout out. Is it Ricky? I don't know. Whoever took the picture, stop. It's so good. So yeah, Ale and Compass, those rolls. I mean, they're huge. It makes Texas Roadhouse rolls, just puts them to shame. And let's see. Finally, I had, what did I have for my for my third appetizer? It's kind of cheating, but it's what I'm going to do. It's a soup. Soup can be an appetizer, right? Kind of.
Yeah. There's no cheating in this game.
Okay,
it's your menu. You can do whatever you want.
That's right.
Well, because I could flip flop it. I was thinking about doing it, but it's the chicken tortilla soup over at Maya Grill. I love that stuff. That. Oh my gosh, that is so good. So those are my 3 apps. Now, for my first course, to get everybody kind of going on their meal, we're all getting little, and this is how they're served, little buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwiches with the dip from no steak fries.
Oh, there you go. That's
maybe
a good idea.
commissary. I mean, that's a classic. That's a Mike Rallman thing. Maybe just one little triangle, though. You're not getting the whole sandwich. You're just getting this little taste.
You might have dudes sweating like Scotty did.
That's right, dude. You gotta
a couple years ago.
Gotta activate the sweat glands. Or get you heated up. Then, of course, you guys know what the main course is going to be for the Mike Rallman dinner. You know it's going to be.
I feel like it's going to be somewhere from Old Key West.
Yes.
Buttermilk
like
chicken
Olivia.
from Olivia's. We're going to Olivia's, getting a buttermilk chicken with the gravy on top, sitting on top of some mashed potatoes with the biscuit and some green beans. You got to salt those green beans just right. Put a little pepper on top of everything. Oh my gosh, you're in heaven. Because you also get bread with that meal too there, so it's not bad either. So that's what you're getting for your main course. For my dessert, to wrap it all up, Ricky scared me there for a second. But I'm thinking about a fun way, because our listeners are all about fun, right? And I want to make it fun. We're also going to Beaches and Cream for our dessert. But what I'm doing, dude, I'm making it fun. We're not doing, I thought about Nobody Jose's, but you want to make it fun at the very end of your party? We're throwing out kitchen sinks at the middle of each table. Yes. And everybody's got to share their dessert, dude. It's on, because those things melt so fast. Yep, dude. One table, one kitchen sink, and it's like 10 to a table. Dude, everybody's just getting in there because everybody's
Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson sharing.
Oh, dude, exactly. All of our listeners, dude. We got Jason and Veronica and Scott and Mike and Pam and Ricky and everybody over in the clubhouse. We're just diving in. Just get what you want. You want the banana? Go for it. I'm allergic to it. You want the strawberries? I want the chocolate sauce. You want the mint? I hate mint chocolate ice cream. You get that? I want the vanilla. I want. We're just getting in and getting out. That's so communal. Our podcast is so communal. That's a great ending. And think of the stories and the pictures and the selfies with the big kitchen sink. That is a great way to wrap up a dinner. Boom. Beaches and Cream, kitchen sink, dessert. Bam. There we go. That's what I got. That's so blue collar. Nice. That's what we got. All right, Scott, what do you got for your Masters dinner? Let's wrap this thing up.
All right. So for the Masters dinner, since I am the former champion, something none of you did. I know it's not necessarily on Scotty's menu, but we're going to have the champion's toast.
Oh,
and we're going to start with the beverage.
I like it. Yes.
Okay.
And we're going to take the Tawny Manhattan over at Narcoossee's. Love that beverage. We're all going to raise a glass to Scotty G for being our champion. And we're just going to have a little sip, a little dedication, because this is all about me, right? So we're going to have this little drink to kick things off. So cheers.
That's a good idea. I like it.
So you got to roll with me on my apps, because I feel like anything can be an appetizer, because you can just shrink it down to size. You can grab a small portion of something. So I didn't realize Scotty Scheffler had this on his menu, but I was going to do the filet sliders over at Boathouse.
Oh, that's a good appetizer. I thought about that too. Yeah, I did, because I love those suckers.
You don't want that as a whole meal sometimes, but maybe they'll just make them like a little smaller ones. Grab that, put that on your plate. Boom, you have a great appetizer there. Same with the Sanaa bread service. So you don't need 5 pieces of naan bread.
Dang,
you don't need
all
the dips.
Completely on that one.
Bring on the dips. Oh my gosh.
So
people,
you can get a little small sample of maybe like 3 to 4 dips, 3 to 5 dips, and maybe a couple of naan pieces for your appetizers. I'm very carb heavy with my appetizers here.
Oh, this is like that meme with it shows the guy when I'm 15 rolls deep into Texas Roadhouse rolls, and my main appetizer comes out, or my main meal comes out, and I'm done. That'd be us. Yeah.
So I know you got the naan bread and you just had a bun with your slider, but we're still going to have a white pizza from Via Napoli on the appetizer menu as well. We'll just cut it up differently into small sections. So you just take a little piece, put it on your appetizer plate, bam, you're good to go. So that's my appetizers.
You love Via Napoli. Quattro formaggi.
So my first course has got to be a salad, and Pam took my favorite salad. So as I was sitting here thinking, I was like, well, what could be another good salad? And I kind of like the Liberty Tree salad, actually. I think it's really refreshing. I think it's really good. And I think about it in this environment, they can put a big bowl of it, right? Because you're probably sitting at a group of table with other people, so they can just drop a big bowl of the Liberty Tree salad. So that's what I'm going to go for my first course. And for my main event, I feel like you got to have a fish and a meat option. Mm-hmm. So if you know me, 100% I'm going with the sole at Topolino's.
Yep, I knew that was coming. Yeah.
That is one of the greatest dishes. I feel like one of the best bites you can have at Walt Disney World. It's a fabulous fish. Got to have that on there. And I'm going to put it on the side I'm going to Flying Fish. Not for the fish, though, for their filet. I think the filet at Flying Fish is tremendous. It's honestly oh my God. I'm drooling just thinking about it.
This is so hard. We cannot do this in the dinner hour.
So I'm going to do the sole from Topolino's, and you can choose which one, or do you want the filet from Flying Fish? And then my dessert, I thought about everything. I had my cheesecake on there from Narcoossee's. I had a No Way Jose too, Ricky. But I'm gonna go to Ohana. I love that bread, like pudding
Yeah, that's a
thing
good
that they do
choice
at the
too.
end. Even
Yeah.
though like I'm kind of allergic to bananas, but I think the way that's served, like they're cooked, so like I think it works better for me. Like I don't have a reaction to it. So gotta
Mhm.
cap off the night with how you cap off a night at Ohana with that bread pudding is so good. And that's what I'm serving for my master's dinner.
I love this. I mean, it's a great tradition though down at the Masters that they do this, that because it gives you a taste of, what the champion does. But I mean, I think our listeners should do this weekend and kind of, it's a great way to kind of preview your next trip, what you might want to check out at restaurants. Because like Pam said, I mean, Pam, you said like sometimes you pick restaurants based on appetite. I think a lot of times the American mind goes to the main course as to why you pick a restaurant. But I mean, why couldn't you pick a restaurant on appetizers or make a night out of, or progressive meals? Like, I mean, a lot of people do that too.
Yeah. The way
good
Pam
idea.
started off so heavy Disney Springs, it got me thinking like there needs to be like a Disney Springs food festival where like all these restaurants kind of have a little kiosk and you can just walk around Disney Springs and pick up little small bites at the restaurants. Like, man, how great would that be?
I love it. Now, here's what I want to do. Hopefully people can drop by the clubhouse at beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse and give us yours. If you were to do this exercise, drop in, give us your 3 apps, your first course, your main entree, and your dessert. What would you do if you were coming up with your champion's dinner for Walt Disney World? Because I'd love to hear it. I mean, it's kind of fun to do over the weekend, and talk to it's a great way to kind of get the if you're thinking about ADRs for a future trip, this kind of gets the juices flowing for like where you might want to sit down and say, oh yeah, we got to make sure we get over there because I like those rolls, or I like that steak, or I like that fish. We got to make sure we get that dessert at some point throughout our trip. I think I like this. Good choices, but I'll tell you what, you three, God, you have me starving. I mean,
I'm hungry.
Dude, I'm dying right now. My stomach's like, "Rrr." So good stuff. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here and hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the Masters if you're a golf fan. And if not, just have a great weekend. And of course, we'll have the live show Sunday night. So give us a call and we can hear your menu. Share it with us on Sunday night. We'd love to hear it. That'd be awesome. So until then, don't forget our show is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next adventure to a Disney destination. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you for your support over on Patreon. You can support us for just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest every week. Come on over. It's patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Here's where you can follow us on the social media. I'm at beourguestmike. Ricky is at Ricky Nibs. Pam is at TMFLT Pam, and Scott is at EpScott. You can also follow Scott at Must See Adventures on YouTube, where he's pushing for that 1,000 subscribers and getting there quickly. So follow him. And Ricky, what do you got going on over the Mouse for Less? Real quick, give us a quick plug. Like 30 seconds.
So the Mouse for Less, we've been updating. I know, again, probably not something that you want to hear. We've been updating a lot of stuff about Epic Universe on the Mouse for Less, and then also on A Disney World After All. I've been talking a little bit about visiting Epic Universe as well. So it's kind of Epic Universe heavy. It's because we're getting down to the wire here. So like it opens in just a few weeks. So got to get that Epic Universe love. So
got to strike all the
lots of
hot.
Epic everywhere. Yeah.
Love it. Love the coverage. And Scott, real quick, what's happening over on Must See Adventures real quick so if I can get in on that this weekend?
We got that Capture Your Moment session behind the scenes on that, saying goodbye to Dino Land. Well, what we thought was Dino Land, and then announced that Dinosaur wasn't going to close for like another year. So it's kind of funny. Like I put a bunch of pre-show stuff in, and Liz was like, "Yep, good riddance to Dino Land." But
welcome to our world. As soon as we say something here too, it never
exactly
changes. So,
but yeah, I'll be editing our. I know it's like not this time of year, but people might start planning their Christmas trips here soon. So it's going to be our Mickey some very Merry Christmas review. Gotta keep in order, Mike. Like I gotta keep that structure going.
I'm with you. I'm exactly like I gotta go cohesively, but that's how you sell it. You say, hey, somebody's planning a trip for Christmas.
someone put a comment today like, oh my gosh, I didn't know like the parks were so decorated like during the holidays. I need to book a Christmas trip now. So hey, it could work.
Yeah, I saw that. I love the ambiance. That's awesome. I never go that time of year. It's great.
Mhm.
Exactly. 100% right. All right. So don't forget Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, live call-in show. All the places. Join us for that and join us in the clubhouse. BeOurGuestPodcast.com/clubhouse. The conversation never ends. We have a great time over there. All right. We're going to jump out of here. Wish you a great weekend. So for the entire crew, Ricky, Pam, Scott, I'm Mike. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.